So yes, thank you so much, everyone. I've had an incredible time here. You know, the Vancouver Public Library has been phenomenal, phenomenal, just kidding. I'm not having a stroke. But just amazing. You know, and I can't thank you enough. And I've got some fans here, and I really thank you very much. So I'm going to sing you a traditional song, okay? This is a beaver song. So a beaver song represents getting up early in the morning and like, you know, you see a beaver, what's a beaver gonna do? Looks at a river or a creek and they're like, no way. Absolutely not. No freaking way. Because they want to dam that creek or river. They're persistent, they're dedicated, they're all about really changing it. And I got this song when I was young. You know, I'm old now. I'm in my 50s. And so I got it from my uncle, Len Antoine, and I'm gonna give it to my son and my daughters, and they can sing it. And I'm gonna get all that song. You know, something about laying on the couch watching Bob's Burgers. All right, so I'm gonna sing you one round. And every round, you wake up in the morning, and I still do actually, I've been singing it, it's been grounding me, it's been helping me find my place, because I'm not from here. You know, I'm from Kamloops, and being grounded is really important. And I've traveled all over the world. And everywhere I go, I always go to the water, go to the water, go to the water, go to the water. It's so important. If you guys live here, go to the water as much as you can. Wash your face, you know, put it in your hair, and just get grounded, you know. Put some tobacco down. Put some food down, you know. It could be a pizza, it could be whatever. When the gulls take it away, it's ancestors, even though they're gulls. Okay? So take care of yourselves and honor yourselves. I want you all to honor yourselves. Put down tobacco. Put down a cup of tea. Put down a cup of coffee or a teaspoon, okay? Because that's what gives us guidance and makes us whole. Return to the earth what we have. Aye? Aye? So I'm going to sing a song for you, and I'm going to do one round, okay? And I can't thank you enough for being here, you know? It's a beautiful day, and, you know, it's second to last gig. So thank you so much for being here. I'm honored to be here. All right, here we go. Everyone, thank you. Come on! I love otters because they do that too. Okay, well, I'm here, and I can't thank the Vancouver Public Library for taking a chance on me. Here's how it happened, okay? My wife, C. Weiss. How many of you know who C. Weiss is? Oh, there should be way more people who know who C. Weiss is. She's an indigenous plant diva. She knows all the things of plants in this territory. She's an incredible matriarch, and my wife. So yeah, C. Weiss. Everyone, check her out. Go on your social media right now. I'm going to give you 30 minutes, 30 seconds. C. Weiss. And while I do that, I'm going to shill some books. Hello, hello, hello. This is my first book, Stone the Crow. Came out in 2008, published by Kegadon's Books, with my mentor, Gary Goffreson. How many heard of Gary Goffreson? Oh my God! Shame! Shame! He is Kamloops' best known author, my mentor, who helped me find my voice, right? This is the beautiful thing about writing and singing, is you find your voice. You know, you find out who you are. And I encourage you, if you're a singer, a songwriter, a poet, go to open mics, you know, and there's gotta be some here in Vancouver. Go to them and share your words, share your poetry, and it takes a lot, but be fearless, okay? I know it's scary, but you gotta do it, because that's how you grow as a human being. Not a being, but a human being. So this book is high school, you know, it's in a lot of high schools, and I meet kids to this day. And then this is a moon made of copper. The art by Bracken Hanus-Cordet, who's done art all over the place. He's famous. He's, you know, the big guy. And what's funny is he did this in brown. Shades of brown. I was like, dude, that's poo. Turds. Cattle poop. No. And he was adamant. He's like, you know what? Yeah. So we had some, you know, phone calls, and I was like, what are you doing, man? Come on. He said, shades of blue, depression, madness, death. And that's what this book is about. So this is university students. It's in the system. Then this, in Shake, published by Battery Opera Books. How many of you know Battery Opera? Dance company. Oh my God. Get some culture, you savages. Jesus. You hurt my feeling. And I only have one feeling left. And I'm saving it. So this is a Jatkan, which means ancestors. Those that came before us. You know what I'm saying? And all my stuff is about love, death, regret, redemption, everything human that we have. Laughter, monsters, okay, monsters. And my daughter, Jada, did all the art in this book. And I made it, Battery Opera Books, just slowly shutting down. I'm so sad, because I will never find a publisher who's as cool as that. I made it look like an anthropological book from 1890s. James Tate and Franz Boas were, hanging out in the late 1800s, getting down with the brown. Yo, get down with the brown! Woo! Okay, you guys are cool. Get down with the brown! Hello, I'm Indigenous. I'm brown. And then we published this 2 years ago. I'm a really slow writer, right? Richard Van Camp was also another mentor of mine. They crank out books like no one's business. And I am slow. Almost every book is like 5 years, And because I gotta live. I gotta experience life. And I tour all the time. So this one is Crazy Coyote Forever. And the cover art is by an artist in Kamloops, a BFA student named Simone Alinsky. And I told Dave, my publisher, I'm like, I don't want to sully up the art with my fucking name or the publish, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, are you insane? Well, you're publishing me. He's like, fair enough. So he sent me some money. And the book is filled with art from Bachelor of Fine Arts students at Thompson Rivers University, the last class. And they're happy, because I worked at the Kamloops Art Gallery for a long time. And I was like, hey, you guys want some money? Can I buy some art? You want to put it in a book? And we're like, fuck yeah. So I bought art, and I gave all the kids about 25 bucks. And here it is. Yeah, this is amazing. And the really funny thing, or weird thing, or maybe awesome thing, is these 2 books were printed in Brandon, Manitoba. Because, I don't know if they're Mennonites or Hutterites or whatever, they bought all the printing presses in Canada. And now they're the OG gangsters. Publishing books, hardcover, full color. So yeah. So how about I read you a poem? I love the enthusiasm. All right. So both my parents went to residential school. Okay. My dad handled it better. He wasn't abused. My mom, it's complicated, right? It's complicated. They went to St. George's in Lytton, BC. And the residential school there was straight across from the Stein Valley, which is our center of the universe, traditionally. And I've been all across Canada, and I've filmed some, reclamation stuff, things I can't talk about for various reasons. But they built residential schools on our spiritual homelands. So they knew what they were doing. It wasn't chance. So anyways, I'm gonna get down here and see what's going on. The old Candy hasn't heard this. I'm doing bingo. Oh, actually, hey, I think we should do a bingo. Okay? So if Candy can get like a piece of paper and y'all just put your first name down, I will do a and you'll get a free book. And I'm going to give away 3 books. Alright? 3. Slayer! Fucking Slayer. Okay. So this book, my publisher, he was like, you catch the bus a lot. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a loser. In Kamloops, if you catch the bus, you're a loser. Because it's big truck country, right? F-1500. Woo! And I'm like, and my dad, okay, I gotta tell you about my dad. My dad built hot rods and rode a Harley, okay? He was the man. He introduced me to Jimi Hendrix, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, you know, the machoest dad ever. And I'm like, well, I catch the bus and I ride a bike. So that's where I'm at. I love my dad. Okay. The Old Man and the Pea. In this book, frick. My publisher, when I sent this book in, he's like, you catch the bus a lot. How many of you catch transit? Yeah. How many of you have cars? How many of you have Teslas? Fuck you. Fuck you. So, my publisher came up to Kamloops with my editor and a dramaturge. And they wrote, they're like, well, what's your favorite bus? And I'm like, I have no favorite bus. It's just a matter of function. And he's like, all right, fair enough. And so all 3 of them rode the bus for a week and edited this book, which are available over there. You know, give me a hug. I'll buy it. You'll buy it, and I'll give you a hug. I'll tell you stories that you ain't gonna hear over here. So, every poem in this book has a bus line. And there's also an icon of a couch. And the couch is closest to where I live. And because I've got this big, comfy couch in Kamloops, you know, it's like I can sleep head to toe. I've had it for 15 years. All 3 of my kids have fought on it, beat each other up, you know, be shitty kids to each other on that couch. It's orange, velour, smashing, and massive. So my publisher is like, I gotta include this couch somehow. And I'm like, well, fuck, figure it out. So we did. So throughout this book, you'll see a black icon of a couch close to me. Alright. Okay, here we go. The Old Man and the Pea. Bus number 7, Aberdeen to Sahali. He became old so quickly. The young women and their legs looked so beautiful. He could kiss them up and down for days. He's old, fat. Years slip by so quickly. He knows the young women will not touch him, will not let them smell their sweat, their hair. Do not even notice his existence, but he notices theirs. And he knows they will make mistakes and misjudge younger men who will not be able to eat as well as the old wolves, will not make them come home, will not worship their beautiful bodies. They will fuck idiots, fuck themselves, get knocked up, get shacked up, get married, get divorced, and one day in the mirror, they'll look at all that as past. But by then, the old wolf will be gone. Whoa! At least you guys aren't going. I've seen that in Montreal and New York, and I'm like, Bob Dylan isn't here, okay? So stop with the finger snap. Okay, I'm gonna read another poem, and I'm trying to read stuff that staff hasn't heard because, you know, I think this is our like 45th gig. And I'm sick of hearing about myself. And I'm tired of everything. You know, hello, Chris Bose, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. And Candy is probably sick of hearing about me, yada, yada. Okay, this is bus number 9, Lenny goes to downtown, close to my place. The Crow. After sitting in my old F-100 for 10 minutes, it was finally warm enough to drive across town to the pawn shops over in the ghetto. Slowly back up and get ready to head out, when this brunette, frantically waving at me from across the street. This confuses me. I don't know her at all. But I wait and find out what's going on. You know, she runs across the road and she opens the door to jump in. The cold air hit me. It was -10. Can you give me a ride? She blurts. Sure, I tell her. Where are you going? Just close that door. It's bloody cold out, and my heater doesn't work in this heater. Yeah, it's cold out, she says, and slams the door, telling me her dad had the same kind of truck. And it's been a while since she's had a ride in one. She begins jabbering in only the way an addict does. Rapid fire, rambling nonsense, trying to justify this and that, asking me if I'm Native, and that she's, of course, part Native. And there's a strong connection to the raven. Because one time she found a wounded raven and nursed it back to health, then sent it into the wild. She even had photos on her phone, which astounds me. She kept showing me pictures of the wounded raven as I drove, wondering what I'd find inside this shop of horrors. Until tonight, I remembered everything about that ride. Okay, I'm gonna read you a Kamloops poem because it's a shithole. Sorry. I've been all over the world, you know, 4 continents, 19 or 20 countries, and everywhere I go, when people ask me where I'm from, I'm like, yeah, Kamloops. I'm like, ugh, it stinks. It stinks there. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, how you kids doing?
Great.
Good. Can we bring it down even a little more? Like, come on. Candy, this is not ambience. There we go. There we go. There we go. I just don't want to see how beautiful you are. Gorgeous. Okay. So, maybe I should take a break and read from something else. Hey? Hey?
Sure.
Hey?
Sure.
Woo! Okay, this is, I call this my high school book. Because it's high school safe. Well, it's a little dark. But, these two books were edited by Joanne Arnott, Métis author. Do you know who she is? Joanne Arnott? Yeah! One person. Fuck, you guys. Expand your Indigenous, Inuit, and Métis authors. Like, come on. Come on! Snow. So I lived in California, Texas, Europe, been to Asia. You know, I'm a well-traveled man. And I always fought with Americans because they're so dumb. 30 years ago, now they're even dumber. So when I was in Texas, I'd be like, yeah, I'm from Canada, you know, I'm native. And it was around the time Dances with Wolves came out. How many of you seen that? Ugh, you guys shame me. But, you know, I'd say, yeah, I got, you know, I eat whale blubber. You know, as soon as you go across the border, it's snow, it's sleet. I live in an igloo, I've got a dog sled team, you know. And Americans are like, really? No way. Have you killed a polar bear? No. But I trained one. So that was America. I went to Europe, same thing. Oh my God, you're Indigenous. And I had braids, you know, I was young and skinny and handsome. Long hair, now I'm old fat and, you know, whatever. And I had braids, and they're like, oh my God, can we touch your braids? You know, just like, holy Jesus, you're Indigenous? Oh my God, you're Native? Oh my God. And they were just googly. And I was like, yeah. So I eat polar bear grease. And they were just all about it. So this poem kind of represents that time in my life. Snow. It snowed today. This is not surprising for Canada in December. For the first time in days, the sun has touched my face, but only for a moment. And then the clouds came back and swallowed it away. I waited for the shortest day of the year. Just then, a team of huskies appeared from nowhere, brought me back to my igloo for my dinner of whale blubber and bear grease. And I waited patiently for the white man to save me. Let me hear your coyote howl, you guys. Gosh, you make me so proud. Okay, and you know, over the years, I've had my publishers talk to me and be like, oh man, you're such a bummer. So I'm like, they're like, why don't you put your kids, you know, your love, and yada, yada, yada. And I've always been like, know. But then I wrote this poem. Because, how many of you aspired to be something to someone that meant something? Love, accomplishments, gigs, a book, a poem, a song. How many of you have done that? Hey? Hey, come on. You guys are so quiet. So, when Joanne Arnott, Métis author and my editor for the first 2 books, you know, she was like, dark. You do so much dark. Write about something other. So I finally wrote, this is my first poem about my kids. Hey, ready?
Yes.
Cardboard rocket ships. I remember a time when the cosmos seemed infinite, when all of space beckoned freedom. I used to dream about being an astronaut, flying to the moon into space, being someone who was a hero. Instead, I realize I'm far from being a hero, and my past catches up with me every day. Miracles harden in my veins and smash like 1,000 windows, falling from my heart for everyone to see. Whoa! Okay, I haven't read from this. Candy, I have not read from this, eh? Candy can verify it. It's a crazy book. So between Stone to Crow, 2008, 2016, I was touring nonstop as a musician, a filmmaker, a hustler, a gambler, you know, like whatever it took to pay the rent, because in Kamloops, it fucking sucks. You know, the median wage is like 20 bucks, yada, 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 yada. I love Vancouver, I just can't afford to stay here. So anyways, Moon Made of Copper, I'm gonna read a poem for you from this, okay? 1,000 years. Underneath a night sky, I crash through the forest, panting, gasping to catch my breath, hearing something smash through the darkness behind me. I stumble up, not used to 4 legs. This weird sound comes out of my mouth. Not a word, not a voice, a strange baying screech. My horns covered in fuzz, 12 points towards the night, 12 blades towards the light. And I charge across the field beneath a full moon, and I hear dozens of feet behind me closing in faster and faster. Leathery pads thumping a mad drumbeat, brum, 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 against our mother. I know I'm not younger. My battles are fewer and fewer. Blood glistens on my hind leg, shimmering as the sharp teeth gather around, glowing like my horns, and I charge towards them all, smashing into the night. And some of my favorite authors have been like Leonard Cohen, Tom Waits, PJ Harvey, Nick Cave, and this sense of morbid fascination, right? We're all gonna die. We've all been born. And it's just this thing I love, you know? So I'm gonna read you another poem. Hold on. This book, I was on tour for years. And when I say I'm on tour, I'm saying, you know, out on the road across Canada, 19 countries, 4 continents, 150 to 200 days a year. Because I can't make a living in Kamloops. So this book was all about that. You know, I was like, I've grown, all my kids, you know, I grew up seeing through a little tiny screen on Skype and yada yada. And it sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right? So when this whole thing is about, this whole book is about living your dream that slowly turns into a nightmare. Okay, I'm gonna read you a poem or a story. You just have to buy it. I only got a few copies left. This was a really funny one, or not. It was like 2012. I was in Ontario a lot. You gotta go where the money is, right? You know, if you're a miner, you go where the mines are. If you're an oil guy, you go where the oil is. If you're a construction worker, you go where it's happening. And I've done all of those. That's why I'm fat and old and got a bad back and bad knees. Woo! Sault Ste. Marie. You know, Sault Ste. Marie is like Kamloops. So Kamloops is like, or Nanaimo. You know, it's like a blue-collar town with a pulp mill. But Sault Ste. Marie has a steel mill. And it's massive. It's unreal. Anyways, Sault Ste. Marie. Hungover, bleary-eyed, I sit in a shopping center, sipping the strongest coffee I can find. This young kid comes up and sits at the table next to mine. He tells me he's feeling lonely. His girlfriend just kicked him out. She had another boyfriend, beat him with a baseball bat. True story. He shows me his massive goose egg on his head, red, throbbing, and painful. He eats pizza. We chat about home, his reserve, and his grandma. Tells me he's still walking around on her own, even at 93 years of age. When she was in residential school, she got punished by those who dragged her by her ears. Showed me the $50 he made panhandling. Told me he needed 30 more bucks to get a bus home. I wanted to give him the money. I really, really wanted to. But I didn't know for certain if he'd use it to travel home, or if he was a crackhead. But I listened while he talked about another 20 minutes, until I couldn't take any more pain and misfortune. I excused myself and left. I headed towards the door, and he asked out loud if I was going to finish my food, and I said, nah, go ahead, bro. Boom! Okay, I'm gonna read 2 more, and then I'm gonna sing you a song, and then get the hell out of here. Now buy my books. Don't make me carry them home. It's expensive. Love ya. 2 more, and then a song, and then get the hell out of here. I need a drink. Oh my God. And it's been amazing here at the Vancouver Public Library. I can't thank everyone enough. Woo! Woo! Candy Tanaka, can't thank you enough. Candy, woo! Amazing, amazing. You know, and patrons, you guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give yourself a hand, give yourself a hand. You know, I love you guys so much. Woo, that had a little bite. The Demon. So, this book was edited by Joanne Arnott, and she took out a whole section called The Demon. And it effectively neutered the book. I was like, Joe, are you having midlife crisis? Like, what's going on? I love you. You've been a supporter. Well, what the hell's going on? She's like, well, it's kind of dark, and I don't know if it'll sell, and yada yada. And I was like, you put the Demon passage, this whole section back in, it was like 30 poems, or it's over. And I told that to her and my publisher, hanging on, so I'm like, it's over. I won't let this book be published. It sucks the way it is. And I played hardball, you know. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I play hardball? Do I play baseball? No. So I was like, no. And I already spent all the money. Because every publisher gives you an advance, right, for your book. And I was like, I spent the money. You're not getting it back. And a month of silence. I was like, shit, I fucked up. I screwed my deal over. It was my second book with them. And it was supposed to be the big one. I mean, it's beautiful. Gorgeous. And a month went by, and I was like, well, I guess I screwed myself. And then I got this email from Joe. She's like, all right, you win. We'll put it back in. Success! Woo! Stand by your principles and be strong against all odds, because you never know what's going to happen. Okay? So you'll only know if you buy this book over there. Okay. Here's the head poem. And it's broken up into different sections, right? The Demon. On the other side of the country, reading some writing I had done when I was 32. 10 years passed. What a strange decade. 3 months on the road, it's easy to lose focus. To lose sight of the big picture, the goals, the dreams, the nightmares. There's a price to pay. I've lost as much as I've gained, and I'm making peace with that. I know I have to spend even more time on the road. There's no end in sight. If you see me in a pub, come have a pint with me. Tell me all your sadness. Let it out. We'll have a good time. I promise. Whoa! Okay, it's my last song, or last poem, then I'm gonna bang you out with a good song. many of you are rock and rollers? Woo! Woo! That was weak. That was so weak. Yeah, I kind of like rock and roll. Woo! Shame on you. Okay. Last poem, then a song, and buy some books and get the hell out of here. I mean that with love. So much love. I'll give hugs for $5 at the door, okay? High fives are $2. Hugs are $5. And I give good hugs. Look at me, I'm a big guy. You know, belly to belly. We'll have hugs. Okay? And this is about life on the road. How many of you have spent time on the road touring or being a musician or away from family and friends? Come on, put those hands up. Jesus. God, who hurt you? Like, it's so hard to get, kind of, you know. God, who hurt you? Don't say that. Okay, alone. True story. Alone in a hotel room in a resort town. Alone in an airport bar having a gin and tonic. Alone at 38,000 feet staring out the window. Alone on the road driving through the mountains. Thinking about the last ex. Alone in another hotel room by the ocean during the winter, watching the reddest sunrise I've ever seen. Alone getting drunk in another strange pub, listening to locals feel resigned to a life of dread, monotony, torture. It always amazes me how easily we surrender. Alone at night, thinking of the relationships I've pissed away. Tonight, it matters. I'd give anything for a woman to walk across the room and touch me again. Alone. Woo! Okay. You gonna sing a song? Whoa, that sounds great. Holy hell. That sounds amazing. And I've been doing shows here for like 4 months. Candy, whatever you did, it sounds incredible. Okay, I'm going to, do you guys want to hear a banger or a different kind of song? A little more mellow. Banger. Banger? Oh, Jesus. You guys are tough. Okay, well, I'm going to do 2 bangers. This is being filmed too. Woo! So, I'm the first storyteller, Indigenous storyteller from the interior of BC. Woo! Slayer! And I'm honored to be here, and it's been incredible. And I can't thank Candy Tanaka enough for just being such a trooper, dealing with me. Woo! Give her a hand. Give Candy a hand. day, shining spiral. Where's the shore from this clear blue silence up to the heavens that you daydream, remembering the sun and deep green ivy. I know that sleepwalking too, in trying to believe all the damage in my eyes, making confusion in my mind. Day, end of day. When I hear a resurrection song, night lays me down when I'm fading, when I can't go home because they hate me. Just sing that resurrection song. How y'all feeling about that? So, how many of you have heard of a young upstart named Johnny Cash? Yeah. What about a young upstart band named Soundgarden?
Yeah.
Woo! So this is a song Johnny Cash covered from that young upstart band called Soundgarden. And I do my own version of it. You know, if I'm gonna learn a song, and I'm at the age where when I learn something, you know, it goes here and it, you know, something falls out here. And it's like, and I keep telling Candy this, I'm like, what's the smell of purple? What's red smell like? I don't remember, you know, you just forget things. So yeah, the older you get, the funner you get. give me some clap. You wired me awake and hit me with a hand of broken nails. You tied my lead and pulled my chain to watch my blood begin to boil. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. Yeah! Too cold and fire's fire. Burning diesel, burning dinosaur bones. I'll take the river down the water and ride a pack it up. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. The forest burns along the road like God's eyes in my headlights. When the dogs are looking for their bones, and it's raining ice picks on your steel shoulder. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. Coach Ketchum, thank you. Woo! Love you. I love you. Like I said.